guys, and welcome to a new video. I'm really excited about this one because we're going to be sewing again. It's been such a long time, I feel like, and I'm really excited about this. Right now it's Friday around 3:30, I think, and I have the whole weekend off. No plans, no commitments, and this feels so good. I'm so excited to really to dive deep into sewing and shut the world off and just do what I enjoy and what I want to do. And actually, I do have a project that I should be working on this weekend because I have a deadline creeping up on me. I have a quilt that I'm making for my best friend's wedding, but actually, I have not really started on it. So I should honestly start cutting my pieces this weekend, but it feels so daunting to start a huge project like that, and I'm not really motivated to do so. So I came up with this idea to kind of trick myself into starting it, and that is that I will cut out and sew a project that I'm really excited about, that I really want to make. And once that is finished, I will have the whole setup will be there. I will already be at my sewing machine and in this kind of sewing creative space in my mind. So it won't be that hard to transition from sewing a garment to sewing this quilt. That's what I was thinking, and that's what I was hoping will happen. So I will do a little fun project this weekend first. And yesterday, the Céline Blouse, I think, Céline Blouse by Silversaga Patterns was released. And I love it. It's so cute and gorgeous, and it's really pretty. So I thought, why not do this weekend? And for the fabric, I have a few options. So first of all, I was thinking of making a white blouse because that's just very classic, and I really need more blouse tops in my wardrobe, I think. And I think a white Céline blouse, why do I keep saying Clara? Okay, it's a Céline blouse. I think that would be a really nice thing for my wardrobe. And because it's white, it goes with everything, but it has a lot of interesting details. So it's not just a boring white top, which can be good, don't get me wrong. But this will be a little elevated basic, I think. And I do have this cushion cover from the thrift store, which is actually quite big. And on the back, it's just plain white, but the front is a really nice eyelet cotton. So I was thinking of maybe playing around with that, using the back and the front for this blouse. I'm not too sure how much fabric I will need. I think more than this, but I also have a huge bed linen, so I definitely will have more than enough fabric for that. That's the plan. And then because I can never just sew one version of a pattern, and especially I think it's really nice to make two versions of the same pattern in the same go, because you already did all these steps, so you don't really have to think a lot about making the second version. And I bought this brown Silversaga in Berlin last weekend. You can see all about that in my last video. And my plan was to make the Eleonora dress by Silversaga Patterns. And I still want to make it, but I want to, the dress, I want to make it short-sleeved and maybe even crop the skirt. I'm not too sure about that. So I think that I might have enough fabric for both the dress and the blouse. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'm just being too optimistic about that. But I think I will just cut both patterns and lay all the pattern pieces on top of this fabric, and then I will see whether enough for both or only one. It would be fine if I don't have enough for the blouse. But let's start cutting out the pattern pieces, and then we will see what kinds of blouses I will make, how many, and what colors. Saturday. As you can see, I've started sewing and I've come pretty far, and so far, honestly, it looks pretty bad. But I think it's supposed to look like this at this stage. I'm really bad at reading sewing pattern instructions, to be honest. So I only just found out that I should have added the ruffles to the sleeve before attaching them to the bodice. Obviously, I did not do that, but I think it's fine. I can easily do it afterwards. And I was thinking that first I want to kind of adjust this part. So there's like, I have some gathering stitches going around the neckline and also the back. And I need to adjust them until I'm happy with the fit, and then add the collar, like the ruffles around the collar. And I thought I would do that before doing the sleeves. I think the length is pretty good. Obviously, I will need to hem it, but this, yeah, like as you can see, it does not really fit. It keeps falling off my shoulders. Yeah, it looks a bit like, I don't know, a potato sack. I don't know, but I think like adjusting these ruffles or these gathering stitches and adding the ruffles will help it look cute and like it was intended to look. I hope so. I'm a bit afraid that maybe my fabric is a bit too stiff and not flowy enough. Yeah, but I think it will be fine. And you know, it was a thrifted fabric. I paid like €3 for it. So if it does not turn out good, it will be like a trial and I can make a prettier version. Yeah, we'll see. But it's fun. It's going pretty quickly. So let's see if we can fix this. I finished all the normal sewing on this blouse. I think it's turning out pretty cute. It's really nice, I think. And the only thing that's left to do now is sew down the binding and attach these ties. So this, you can like tie a bow on the front here. But I think that I will attach those with hand sewing, so they won't be as visible, or it will be like a nice clean finish. And also I want to try to kind of sew down the collar just a little bit with a few stitches here and there that won't be visible, but you know, so it really stays down. I've pressed it, but this is really flippy and it like tends to go up, and especially here and in the back, and it just looks weird when like the collar is up really high. So I will try to stitch it down in a few places just so that it lays nicely. And you can't really see it. Yeah, I think it's really cute. I decided to go for this like eyelet fabric around the collar and those sleeve ruffles, so it's like not super visible or like doesn't take up a lot of attention. I really can't talk right now. But I think it's really cute, a nice detail. It makes it a bit more special than only like a plain white blouse. And yeah, as I said, I'm going to do some hand stitching now and then I'm done. This was really quick project. I think it took me like 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours. So that's really good. And I've decided against making another blouse this weekend. I don't have enough of the brown fabric, sadly. I tried to lay it out yesterday and I actually cut the dress, like the pattern pieces for the dress that I want to make. And in the end, I did not have enough fabric to make a blouse. So that's how it is. A bit sad, but it's not the end of the world. So I'm not making another blouse this weekend, but I think I will definitely do this pattern again because, as I said, I think it's really beautiful. It was nice and easy to sew, pretty quick. Yeah, so stay tuned. One day there will be another blouse of these. Yeah. Okay. I'll finish this blouse and then I think I will see you tomorrow. I will style it a bit once I've washed my hair and put on some makeup and feel a little bit more, I don't know, fancy, but I don't want to do that today. So I will show you the finished result tomorrow. But actually, I feel pretty motivated to start the quilt. So that's a win. I think I'm going to start cutting out the pieces later after a little break. That's exciting. It's all done. And it's so cute. I'm really happy with the result. In between, it was a bit of a like trust the process moment because I was really insecure about the fabric, whether it would be too stiff and not light enough. And also, you saw this clip where I was like only wearing this without any of the like elastic in there and ruffling, and it was just like a potato sack. So I was a bit insecure there as well. But I think in the end, it turned out really cute. And I mean, I think lighter fabric would have been nice, especially like here in the back. It kind of puckers a bit sometimes, but like nothing major, and it's still very wearable and nice and how I imagined it to be. So it was a big success, I would say. Really happy. I think I'm going to be able to wear it all summer with lots of fun trousers. Right now I'm wearing like a striped denim, but also, I don't know, dungarees or just some linen pants, something very versatile garment, I think. So yeah, I'm very happy. Would recommend this pattern, definitely. Yeah, and I don't know what else there's to say. As I already mentioned that I'm not going to make another version because I just don't have a fabric that I like for this. And now I really want to start the dress that I also cut because I don't need to cut anything. I just need to start sewing, and it's very tempting. But I should work on the quilt, and I'm also kind of motivated to start on that. And I don't have matching thread for the dress, so I can't start that anyways because today is Sunday and all the shops are closed. So that's actually very good because that forces me to actually start working on the quilt. Last night I started cutting just a few strips of fabric just to get started, and I think I'd start attaching them and just get going. So I think this experiment really worked, starting a fun project, something that I was excited to work on to get myself into the mood of sewing and motivate myself to make the quilt. I'm really happy that you decided to follow along on this journey. I hope you had fun. I definitely did. Let me know if you have any questions about this pattern or my sewing in general. And see you in the next one. Bye!